Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to do a solo run through of the game Root, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. And I am going to be playing against one of the solo bots that was originally published as a variant on BGG, but has been since published actually by Cole Worley and team. And we're going to be playing the Electric Eyrie, will be the bot that we'll be playing against, and we are going to be the Marquise De Cat. So basically, the cats versus the birds in the forest for the final showdown, and we will see how it plays out. Now, you do have the option, if you're not familiar with the underground expansion that this is, or I'm sorry, it's not, it's the Clockwork expansion that this comes in, to make the bot either easier, harder, or very hard. And then also you have the option to add some additional rules that would make them even more challenging. But we're not going to do that for this run through. We're just going to show you the vanilla bot and see if we can beat them. So we've gone ahead and just taken the default starting location in the top left, and the Eyrie is down in the bottom right. We've drawn our 3 cards. Sorry for the glare. There you go, 2 wilds and a fox. And we are ready to go. So we'll go ahead and go first. We're going to put a sawmill out here. And then we can't craft yet. So I chose to put our crafting workshop in the bunny clearing there. So we're going to hold off on crafting, and we're going to go ahead and start daylight. So in daylight, we get 3 actions, and I think what we're going to first do is build another sawmill. So we'll go ahead and take this sawmill, and we're going to discard this bird and build the sawmill here. So that gets us a point. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and overwork. So I will discard... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't need to discard this bird to build the sawmill, but I do need to discard it to overwork. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that to overwork. That puts out another wood there. And then finally, I'm going to build another recruiting station in, let's see. I don't want to get it too close to them, but I would love to be able, I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Let's see how that does. So that costs us wood, and it gets us another point. So that was our daylight phase, and now we draw another card. It's another bird card. Great. And now it is the Electric Eyrie's turn. Hey everyone, a quick note before we get started here. About midway through the game, I did look online and found that there was an errata that was posted for the Electric Eyrie. So while I don't start the game with the correct move rules, I do catch on to that about halfway through and adjust accordingly. So just a heads up that this errata exists. So if you do own this and you're looking to play against the Electric Eyrie, you'll probably want to check this out. You can find it on the Root Clockwork page on BGG, and my understanding is that it reduces the possibility, or it eliminates the possibility rather, of having an infinite move where basically the Eyrie just moved back and forth. So wanted to give that disclaimer before we jump into the video. So we will go through this, but basically the difference here between a human player and the bot playing it is that instead of the decree being a series of actions, it's actually a series of these suited cards, the clearings. So we'll go ahead and go through them step by step for this first time. So the first thing they do is they reveal an order card. So they're going to draw a card, and it is a fox card, and there's no item on the card. And that's important because if there was an item and there were availability for items, they'd be able to go ahead and build that item, craft that item right away. They don't need to have roosts in the relevant clearings. They just get a free craft of an item, and for that they would get a point. But since there isn't an item, we just instead load the card right into the column that matches the suit. So we've done that. We've done the third step, and now we will do daylight. So the first thing we do is we resolve the decree from left column to right as follows. So recruit. Warriors equal to the number of cards in this column in a matching clearing with a roost. Well, they don't have any roosts in any fox clearings. So we actually can skip recruit, we can skip move, and we can skip battle and go right on to the birds. Okay? So recruit again, equal to the number of cards in the column, which is 2 in a matching clearing. And for each of these, there's a series of tiebreakers, and we'll reference them when they're relevant. But for recruit, there isn't a relevancy there because there's only one roost on the entire board. So to make it quick, we'll skip the tiebreakers and just load up 2 more birds. Next is move. From the matching clearing you rule of highest priority, move to an adjacent clearing with fewest enemy pieces. So again, they only have one clearing with any birds. So we don't have to worry about figuring out where they're moving from at this point. We're just going to go ahead and skip that. We're going to leave warriors to exactly rule the region or equal to the cards in this column. So there are 2 columns here, which means they're going to move 6 birds. There's 2 cards, rather, in that column. So they're going to move 6 birds. Okay? So where are they going? They are going to fewest enemy pieces. Well, you can see here 7, 11, and 6 all have 1 enemy piece. So that's a tie. So in order to break it, we'll go to a clearing with no roost. Well, none of them do. Fewest enemy warriors. Well, they all just have 1. So then finally, lowest priority, which means this 6 that we put out during setup. That's where they're going to go to, and they're going to move all 6 birds and leave only 2. Okay? And then finally, they're going to battle. So in a matching clearing, again, this one can be fox clearing because this is wild. So they're going to battle in fox. They're going to battle me, and they deal 1 extra hit because this column has the most cards. Now that's not going to really matter because we only have 1 cat there, but hopefully our cat will be able to do a damage here. Let's see. Nope. So they did 1 damage to our cat, and we did nothing to them. Now I am going to take advantage of the field hospital and discard our fox card and put this cat back up here. Okay. Finally, we're going to build. So we place a roost in the clearing that we rule of highest priority with no roost. So obviously that means that this roost is just going to go here. And they get 1 point as well. 1 to 2. All right. So it is our turn. We will go ahead and place a wood in each sawmill. Okay. And now craft. So crafting is interesting. Do we want to craft this? We can do it, because we have a workshop and a bunny. I mean, there's really no point to the boot, except I guess it's going to prevent the Eyrie from potentially crafting 2 boots. I don't know how likely that it is, but it does get us a point. Sure, let's do it. 3 points. Okay, so we've crafted, and now we're going to take up to 3 actions. So I think the first thing, we're going to try to be aggressive here against the Eyrie. So I am going to do a double recruit. 1 here, 1 here, and then again. Oh, you can't do a double recruit. You can only recruit once. So that's fine. That's just fine. So then the second action I'm going to do is, let's see, do we want, yeah, we're going to build another recruiting station. So we're going to spend 2 lumber and build, I just don't know if they're coming, if he's going to come this way or up and around. So I think since he kind of left this lane open, I'm going to put a recruiting station here for 2 points. And now let's just pretend that we did that first. So now when I recruit, I have a cat here as well. Okay, I feel better about that. So 2 actions down, and I think for our second action, we're going to go ahead and march and move into 2 here. So we can at least put up a fight. All right. That is our turn. We'll go ahead and draw a card. It's a mouse card with a action that we're not going to take ever. All right. So now it is the Eyrie's turn. They are going to draw a card. A bunny card. Ooh. Oh, with an item. Okay. So here they get a free craft. They're going to make this and put it here. That gets them a point. And now this bunny gets loaded up here. Okay. We'll resolve the decree left to right. So first, they do now have a roost and a fox area. So we will recruit 1, because there's only 1 card, 1 bird in the matching clearing. This goes there. Okay, it's a lot of birds. Next, they're going to move. So they're going to move from the fox. They only have 1 fox roost, so they're going to move there. To fewest enemy pieces. And that's where, so now we have a tie because I just did that march. So we have 3 pieces in 11 and 3 pieces in 2. So for ties, they're going to move to this one because it's fewest enemy warriors. So they're going to leave 1 warrior. Leave warriors equal to the number of cards in column, and again, there's only 1 card. So they're going to take everyone but 1 bird. Uh-oh. Okay. Next, they're going to battle. Now, there is no battling happening in foxes. So that's good. Okay. So we're done there. Next, we're going to go to bunny. He's got no bunny. Oh, he does have a bunny roost. So he is going to recruit. So he's going to do a single recruit of the bunny. Right there. Now he's going to move from the bunny to this. Oh no, there's a tie again. 3 enemy pieces. So it's actually going to go all the way lowest priority. Oh, so they're going to move here. And they're going to take everyone but one. So he's going to take 2 birds. Over to there. And the suit of this clearing is mouse. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we've done the move, and now the battle. There is no bunny battling happening. But there will be here. So we get to the birds. Now we're going to recruit again. So he's going to recruit 2 birds to here because of the final tiebreaker, which is lowest priority. So 2 birds go here. So move from the matching clearing you rule of highest priority. So that would be 11. That is the wild region clearing of highest priority that they currently rule. And they're going to leave 3 in 11 because they want to continue to rule. So that would be a tie. And the where that they're going is to go to 12. Okay. So they're going to move 3 to there, to Fox. So they're really spreading out here. All right. And now finally, they're going to get a single battle. And they're going to battle in a wild clearing against the player with the most buildings there. So it's going to be one of these two, 11 or 7. And the way that we'll break the tie is no roost, most defenseless buildings, and tokens of the same player. Okay, so I'm a little confused because this is a tie between 7 and 11 as far as where they're going to battle. And I was expecting to see that, it would be like lowest priority is the final tiebreaker, but that's not on there. So we're just going to go ahead and play it as such. So this is where the battle's going to be. And because this column has the most bird cards, they get an extra hit. So we'll go ahead and roll the die. Ooh, 3 to 3. So, interesting. So they do get that. Well, basically, they're going to take out all 3 of my things. So, because they get the extra hit. So they're going to take out 2 birds. 2 cats. And my new recruiting station, unfortunately. And that gets them a point. Okay. And then we took out 2 birds. Okay, well, they basically wiped this clearing off the map, so it is now our turn. Now, one correction from our last round. We had this recruiter station out, and at the time I did not draw the extra card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that card now. And it is an ambush, which is great. Would have been helpful last time, but that's okay. I'm sure there will be many more attackings to come. So to finish off the Electric Eirie's turn, they now score 1 more point. They build. So they're going to go ahead and build a roost in the clearing you rule of highest priority with no roost. So that is going to go in 12. So they're going to go there. And now they score 2 points. So it is tied at 5. All right. Our turn. So we'll build the wood. Okay. And craft option. So I can't craft because I don't have any workshops in mice clearings. So the question is, what 3 actions do we want? So I think I'm going to fight back here and do a battle. That doesn't really help us though, because so the way you put the Electric Eyrie into turmoil is if they can't place a roost. So let's see here. All right, I am going to go ahead and do a recruit and a battle. And I might actually move down and do another battle. So let's first off do a recruit. So that's 1 here and 1 here. Next, I will do a move. And I'm going to move all 3 of these down. A march, rather. And now I'm going to do just a 1 battle here in Fox. And let's see what happens. Three to 2. So they do take out 1 of ours, but we take out both of theirs, and they're cardboard, so it gets us a point. Okay. So that was our 3 actions. We did a recruit, a march, and a battle. We didn't build anything. I can and I may discard this to do a build. I think I am going to do that. The question is, what are we going to build? Let's build a recruiting station here. Let's see, I'm worried they're going to come up here, though, and cut us off. Let's build a lumber mill here so that we can have wood down here, a source of wood. So I'm going to spend 2 lumber, 1 from here, 1 from here, and build a lumber mill here. And that gets us 2 points. Okay. So that was 4 actions, and now we will draw 1 more card. Ooh, another ambush. Wow. Okay, great. And that completes our turn. So the Eyrie, draw a bird card, bringing them up to 3. Oh, was there a crafting? There was not. So nothing to craft there. All right. So here we go. Fox. We just took them out of Fox, so they have nothing they can do there, which is great. Oh, that is wrong. They're here in Fox as well. Okay, so they can. They're going to recruit 1 bird in this Fox territory. Okay. Then they're going to move. So fewest enemy pieces, that would be down to here. Yep, into 4. And they're going to come with 3 pieces. Because they're going to leave 1 bird to match the 1 fox card in that column. There we go. Next, they're going to battle. So they are going to battle here. And that doesn't have the most cards, so they're just going to go ahead and roll the die. And they got us. Okay. So we lost our cat. Okay, and that was their fox. So now for the bunny, they have this here. So they're going to recruit one bird here. That's the only bunny with a roost. They're going to move. Yep. So they have 2 bunnies right now that are eligible for moving. So the way that they're going to do it is the highest priority, which is this one. So they're actually going to move out of this one now. And they're going to go to fewest enemy pieces, which would be either here or here. It's a tie. So it's going to be here, lowest priority. And they're going to move 2 pieces here. So they're really spreading out nicely. And okay, that's not going to be good for us. So the next thing they're going to do is they're going to battle. This is the only bunny clearing that they can battle in, so they're just going to go ahead and do it. And they take us out, but it's mutual destruction. All right. Finally, their bird column. So they're going to recruit, let's see here. So for the recruit, they only have 2 clearings with roosts. So it's going to be this one that they recruit to, and it's going to be 3 birds. And the reason why is because the tiebreaker for recruit is fewest Eyrie warriors. So they get 3 birds because of the 3 bird cards here. Next, they're going to move, and that's moving from here again. 12 is the highest priority. And they're going to move to, it looks like probably here, because, yeah, lowest priority. So they're going to move, now they are going to leave 3 birds because there's 3 cards. So that's interesting. Okay. And then finally, they're going to battle. And it looks like they're going to battle. Again, it's going to come down to that tiebreaker that isn't on this card. So battle in the matching clearing against the player with the most buildings. So it could be either here or here. Or here, even. And then there is a clearing tie. So battle in such a clearing with no roost. Fine, none of them have that. Then most defenseless buildings and tokens of the same player. So yeah, that is a 3-way tie. So it really, I think, should say finally lowest priority. So they're going to go ahead and battle here. This is the column with their most cards, so they get an extra hit. Oh, and we lost a die. Hold on. Okay. So it is 2-1. And then, so they're going to take out both of our guys. We take out 1 bird. And they get a point. All right. So our brand new sawmill just got taken out. And now they're going to build. So place a roost in the clearing that they rule of highest priority, which would be 11. So they're going to go ahead and put a roost here. And they get 2 more points. So we are once again tied. And that is the end of their turn. All right, now, before we get back into it with our turn, I did look a couple things up on BGG. So the first is that question about battling that we ran into. That was correct. Apparently, even though it doesn't list it under the battle for the specific Eyrie movement or action, it does at the beginning of the instruction booklet say to always use the lowest priority when you need a tiebreaker if all else fails. The second update I have is that I found a errata that was posted for the Electric Eyrie, specifically changing the way that they move. So rather than start from over, I don't think we really ran into it much this game so far. I am just going to start with the new rule moving forward, and we'll talk about that during the next Eyrie turn. But for now, let's continue on with our turn. Okay, so to start off, for daylight, we're going to go ahead and place 2 lumber. And now we get 3 actions, and I think our goal here is to try and get the Eyrie out of this mouse location. I don't want him to be able to disrupt our lumber supply, and then also it would be great to do a battle over here and try to push them out. So I'm going to do a recruit as my first action. So 2 new cats, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a battle. Let's start by battling here. So I will roll the die. 3 to 2. So not ideal. We do take him out, which I guess is good. He still has his roost though. We lose 2. So the question is, do I do another battle here or battle here? We don't have any bird cards. He hasn't yet drawn a mouse card. So these are both mouse properties. So I don't know that we're at too much risk, but I am going to go ahead and battle here and just try to get rid of this roost just in case. And then we're still holding on to the 2 ambush cards, so I'll likely use that next turn and try to turn the tides here. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the die, even though it's not necessary because he's now defenseless, and the roost goes away, and that gets us a point. Okay, so that was our 3 actions. We get 1 card. Fox card. Ooh, a 2-pointer. That might be nice. We have no fox workshops, though, at the moment. All right, so now it is the Eyrie's turn. They're going to draw a card, and it is a bunny card with no item, so they aren't going to do any crafting. Let me load this in. Okay. So here we go through their decree. So first off, they're going to recruit 1 fox in a fox roost, which would be there. Okay. Next, they're going to move from a fox clearing, which they have 2 of. But the one that they're going to move from, and we'll look at the new rules now, but basically from a fox clearing that they rule with the most of their warriors to an adjacent clearing. And that's what the change right there is, most of warriors, and then also they added a tiebreaker where clearing with no roost. So the clearing that they're going to move from is going to be 12. And they are going to it looks like come down here to 4. So there's no enemy pieces here. There's no roost, and it's a 4 priority. So they're going to go ahead and leave 3. I'm sorry, they're going to move 3. They're going to leave 1 because they only have 1 fox card there. And then for battle, there is no fox where they can battle, so they're okay there. Next up, we get to the bunnies. And in terms of their bunny presence, they actually only have one, which is the corner where they started, priority 3. So they're going to recruit 2 bunnies there. Okay. 2 birds, rather. They're going to move from there to an adjacent clearing. So basically, it's going to be over to here. So that rule did get a lot simpler. We know they're just going to come here because there's no roost and there's fewer enemy pieces right here. So they're going to move out everyone but 2. Over to there. All right. And now battle. There's nothing to battle in any of the bunny clearings. So, finally, we do the bird column. And now they're going to recruit 3 in a wild clearing with a roost. And that's basically with most enemy pieces, so that would be none. Fewest Eyrie warriors. So it would be either here, no. It would be this one right here. So they're going to put 3 new birds there. Okay. Next up, they're going to move from a wild clearing with the most warriors. So there is a tie between 12 and 7. So they want to move to a clearing with no roost. So that's interesting because there is a tie between 12 and 7, whether they would move, whether 7 would come into 8 or 12 should go up to 10. Now, based on the rules, it really doesn't clarify, in my opinion, which one should win. Now, I would say that the intention is for 12 to expand out, especially since they already control this and there's no chance I'm going to come in there. So that's the way I'm going to play it. So basically, they're going to move out of 12 and they're going to leave 3. So they're just going to move 1 in. But maybe that's wrong because that would really put them in a bad position. But that's how I'm going to play it. And then finally, they're going to battle in a wild location against the player with the most buildings, which would be here or here, a tie. So again, to break this tie, well, actually, it's this one here, defenseless items. So they're going to battle in 9. They only have 1. This does have the most cards, though, so they get an extra hit. So we will roll. Oh, wow. So he gets 1 true hit and then plus 1 hit. So we'll get rid of this wood, and that gets them a point. And now they're going to build. So they're going to build a roost in clearing they rule of highest priority with no roosts, which looks to be like 9 at this point. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and that gets them 2 points. All right, so they now have the lead, and they're all set. All right, so, oh, you know what? I'm going to roll that back, actually, because I think we should ambush them there. Yeah, let's roll that back. Okay, so now it's tied again. We're here. They're going to do a battle, but I'm going to do an ambush. The only problem is the ambush can deal 2 hits, but they only have 1. That's all right. I'm going to do it just to prevent them from getting in there. So we do 1 hit instead to them. All right, so now their roost is going to go into 7 No, 8. Oh, I'm sorry, highest priority. Highest priority is actually lowest number, which is confusing. So that's here in 4. So they weren't going to do that anyways. So they're going to do here, and they get 2 points. Okay. So now it is our turn, and I think we will... So first daylight, we'll build a wood here. We still have a supply. I'm going to do some recruiting over here. So I'm going to build a recruiting station for 2 wood. That gets us 2 points. And then I'm going to do a recruit. So we get 3 more cats. And now I'm going to do a battle right here. Thinking either that, or do I do a move? No, I'm going to do a battle, because I feel like if I can keep them down here, then I might be able to throw them into turmoil. So I'm going to do a battle here. And excellent, we took them out. Okay, and that is our turn. I will draw 2 cards now because we have a extra card for our recruiting station. And we're now at our limit of 5, but that's okay, because now I'm going to try to ambush their next attack, and we'll see if they're going to be able to build a roost here. Oh, and here. But after that, they may be in trouble. So it is their turn. They're going to go ahead and draw a card. They draw another card that cannot be crafted, but it is a fox. All right. So they are going to do their decree. And so from a fox territory standpoint, they do have this roost here. So they're going to recruit 2 birds there. They're going to move from here this time to... so none of these adjacent clearings have roosts. So it's going to be one of those... fewest enemy pieces, so it's going to be back up to 10, and this time they're going to take 3 birds, so that's a problem. That is a problem. And this is a bunny. Okay. And now they're going to battle in a fox, which there is no contested fox territories, so they're comfortable there. Next up is their bunny column, so they're going to recruit 2 more birds, but they only have 1. So they're only going to recruit 1 bird to bunny with a roost is here and here. And the one that they're going to do is fewest Eyrie, so right here. Okay. Battle. There is a bunny battle that can happen. So we'll go ahead and do that. This column does not have the most cards, so it's just so actually here's where we're going to use our ambush and do 2 damage. So we're going to ambush them again, do 2 damage off the bat, and now they're going to roll 2 to 1. All right, so that's good. I mean, we both lose 1, but I don't lose my building, so I'll take it. Okay, so that was the bunny. Oh, actually, there was a supply of birds that I was hoarding on my side. So they get an extra bird here. Okay. Next up, we will do the wild. So 3 new Eyrie are going to go up in a wild root or wild clearing where, let's see here. So there isn't one with any enemy pieces. So fewest warriors would be here. 3 new ones there. Okay. Now they're going to move. So now they're going to move to here. And they're going to leave 3. So they're taking 2. And finally, they're going to battle up here, and they are going to take that out. So it's no more point to even roll. They kill this workshop, and they get a point. All right, next they're going to build. So they're going to build here. Oh, no, right here. They don't have a roost yet. All right, and that gets them 3 more points. All right. It is our turn. So we will generate wood. I'm going to do another recruit while we still have these recruiting stations. And now I'm going to try to push back. So they just built, well, so they still have a roost they can build here. And then they're going to try to build there. But I think if we can kind of keep them contained, they may go into turmoil and would have to start over. So let's see, can I push them out of here is the question. Unfortunately, there is no adjacency to anywhere. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do a march, and I might march everyone. 1, 2. And now let's go ahead and do a battle there. So we have 4, and they have 2. 3 to 1, so that's great. So we lose 1, but they lose both of theirs. Okay, so that was our 3 actions. We don't have any bird cards. So we can't do an extra action. So I think we're just done. We're going to draw 2 cards, and now we are at our limit. So we'll go ahead and discard this mouse card. Okay. We've kind of stopped getting points, but I think it's important to make sure if we can to get them into turmoil, and then we'll do some quick builds and see what happens here. So they're going to go, their card that they're drawing is a mouse, their first mouse card, so that could be troublesome. All right, let's see. So first off, Fox. They're going to recruit 2 new Eyrie into this here. The only Fox clearing that they have a roost in. Then they're going to move, and this is going to be a challenge for us. So they're going to move 3 birds out. And yeah, they're coming this way again. Okay? That's all right. And next they're going to battle, but there is no valid Fox battle. So Now we move on to mice. Do they have any mice roosts? They do. So they're only going to build one bird there. Then they're going to move out of here. And they're going to go up to 12, which is the lowest priority. So they're moving, they have one mouse card, so they're moving 4 people to there. Okay. Next, they're going to battle, and there's no mouse battles. So we move on to bunnies. They have 2 Eyrie left. They're going to recruit both of them into here, fewest Eyrie. Then they're going to move, and I would say, they're going to move up to 6, which is a problem because they're going to be able to eventually try to build a roost there. We kind of left that whole corner undefended. We can get there from 11, so we might want to do that. But for now, they're going to move 2 birds up to 6. And now they're going to battle in a bunny, which is going to be here. This does not have the most cards, so it's just a straight battle. Oh no, 3-0. So they killed all of our cats here. So there goes our defensive line. That's a problem. All right, and finally the bird column. So first off, they have no more birds to recruit, so we're going to skip that. They're going to move. So let me figure out which one they're going to move to and from. Okay, so they're going to move 3 birds from 12 up to 10. 10 doesn't have a roost. And I think I get it now. I think we did it wrong 2 turns ago because, yes, they could go here, but because there's no roost here, and then they would start to battle. But I think the idea is that they're trying to just amass a ton of warriors that they can just spread through the board. So I do think it makes sense that they're moving up here, and then that'll benefit them in the next turn. So that was their move. And then finally, for a battle, there's only one eligible battle here. So they're going to go ahead and do it, and they do get an extra hit. Wow. So they took us out once again. So yeah, we're getting our butts kicked here. Finally, they're going to build, and building at the highest priority would be this 6. So they get 4 more points. 19. Okay. It is our turn. Let's see here. I'm not exactly sure how we're to come back from this. I think what we'll do is, well, first daylight, so we get our wood. I am going to build another recruiting station here, which is going to take 3 wood. Okay. And now that gets us 3 points. We're going to do the recruit because I think after this turn, they're going to be pretty much on us. So the question is, how do we try and protect 5? Because they're going to come up this route. I do still want to see if we can squeeze them out here, but we only have 1 action left. So I'm going to wait for them to come to us there. And instead over here, I'm going to march. Let's see what that does. That's unfortunately all of our actions. Because we did a build, a recruit, and a march. Would have been nice to do a battle here and try to take out that roost. But we don't have any bird cards, so we are done. We'll draw 2 cards. Hopefully we'll get a bird card. Ah, we get 2 bird cards. Okay. So I'm going to discard I'm going to discard both of these. Yeah. Okay. It is their turn. They're drawing another mouse, and it does have an item on it. So they're building this crossbow for a point. Okay. We're going to load up this mouse card. All right. It's their turn. So, first off, recruiting in Fox. They have no Eyrie off the board, so they're not recruiting anymore. They're moving from Fox. So in this case, it would be this 12 spot. They're going to move only 1. And I think, yeah, he's going to just join this herd here. Okay, so he went up to 10. Next battle, there is a Fox battle to be had. So that's going to happen right here. And hopefully we can take some out. 3-2. So he takes out 2 of ours, but we also take out both of his. So that's pretty nice, except, and that was a Fox. So they're not going to come back this turn. So that seems pretty good for us. Next, they're going to do their mouse steps. Okay, so for mouse, they are going to add 2 birds to this mouse clearing, the only one with a roost, and they're going to move them from here. Now this one I don't know about with the rules, but they never built this roost here, so technically that's where they're going to move. They're only going to move 1, so I guess that's okay. And now battle, there is no mice battle here, so that's it for the mouse. Now we get into bunnies. So they have no more birds, so they're not going to recruit. And now they're going to move out of this bunny clearing to, I think, way over there in the corner, number 2, because basically there's no roost over there, and it has the fewest enemy pieces. So they're going to move a lot of birds there, 5 it looks like, from 10 all the way over to there. Okay, and now in terms of bunny battles, there are none. So finally, they're going to go ahead and do the bird column. Again, we're skipping recruit. So the clearing that they have the most birds, they have 5 over there, and they also have 5 over here. So a tie would be this is for movement. So since there's a tie, there isn't an actual tiebreaker for figuring out the origin clearing. So I'm going to go ahead and default to the rules, which is lowest numbered, or highest priority rather. So that'd be 2, and they are going to move into 5. And there's 3 birds cards, so they're going to take 2 over to there. And now they're going to battle. And this is the only clearing where they can battle. So they're going to go ahead and do that. They do get an extra hit because of the bird column. So let's roll. 2-1. So they take out this. Oof, they take out all 3. So that gets them 2 points. And also, we took out 1 of their birds. But that's not going to really stop them. Okay, so now they're going to build, and highest priority with no birds, or with no roost already, would be this number 2. So they're going to go ahead and do that, and that gets them 5 more points, which basically means they're going to win next turn here, unless we can somehow prevent them from building another roost. But I don't see how that's going to be possible, because they're going to be able to definitely at least build down here. So let's see if we can at least take out one of their roosts. And that's what we'll try to do this turn. So it is daylight, or it's birdsong. I'm going to get only 1 wood now. Let's do a recruit and a move. And now here we will do a battle. So I'm going to go ahead and battle. Oh, nice. There we go. So we took out everything here, which is great. So that gets us a point. Okay. And now we do have 2 bird cards. So I might go ahead and, let's see, try to push them back even more. I'm going to spend both of them. And let's move. Let's see. Let's do this. I'm going to take 3. Oh, well, see, this is connected to here, so I don't want them to do that. So I'll take all, well, no, I'm going to come up here. So 3 coming up to take that out. Oh, 3 to 3. So we did get both of theirs, but they got 2 of ours. All right. And unfortunately, I think that's the best we can do. So we're going to go ahead and draw a card, 2 cards rather. We get another ambush, that could be helpful, and a bird card. So it is their turn. They are drawing a bunny card, and it does have a crafting item on it. So they are going to craft this boot, and that gets them a point. So now they only need 2 points, and I have a feeling that they're going to get them right now. Let's take a look. So first, we're going to look at foxes. There is a fox territory with a roost, so they're going to go ahead and recruit twice there. Next, they're going to move. So it's a tie again. So again, I'm going to go with lowest number. And when they do move, they're going to leave 2 pieces here because they want to rule this region still. So we'll go ahead and move this here. And now battle. They're going to battle here. So they get a 3, and I get a 1. So they take out 1 of mine, and we take out their bird. Okay. Next up is the mice. So their roost for mice is only 1 of them. No, that's not true. They have 2. So their recruit is going to happen. Let's see here. Fewest Eyries. So right here, they're going to recruit twice. All right. And then they're going to move from this one up to here. And they will leave behind 2 Eyrie. Okay. And now they're going to battle. And there is no mouse battles right now for them. So we move on to bunnies. Bunny roosts. It's going to be here. 2 more. And now they're going to move, and they move to... So they're actually going to move out of this bunny clearing because this has the most Eyrie. They're going to move 2, and they're going to come up here based on the tiebreaker. They're leaving 3 behind because they have 3 bunnies there, bunny cards. And the reason they're moving to that one is because here this last tiebreaker is... oh, I'm sorry, no. The fewest enemy pieces. Okay, so no, they're going to move to this one. Okay. There are no bunny battles, so we move on finally to the wild birds. They have no more birds to recruit, so they're going to move. And the most warriors, let's see, so we have 4 and 4. Again, we'll use this as the tiebreaker, so they're going to move out of here, and they're going to move into, it looks to be here because there is no roost. So they're going to only take 1, though. And now they are going to battle. And let's see. Okay, they are going to battle here. And so they get an extra hit. So here we go. 2-1. So they do get both of ours. And we get one of theirs. But then finally, they are going to build. And it's going to be built in this one here, their roost. And that is going to finally award them 5 points for the win. So, just like in normal route, once they get their decree engine going, unless you can throw them into turmoil, there's really no way to stop them. And unfortunately, I just don't have enough experience playing the bot to understand really well where they're going to build their roosts. But I think, next time I'll definitely see if we can hold them back a little bit more and prevent those roosts from being built so that they do go into turmoil. But regardless, hopefully this gave you a good idea of how at least the Electric Eyrie, the bot, works. I'm sure I made some mistakes along the way, many of which I corrected, but curious if you spotted any that I didn't catch. And I'm planning to do a couple more of these and run through some more bots, so hopefully they do help you. If you liked this, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.